Call to order the City of Dunkirk Common Council meeting for September 4th, 2018 at 5:30 p.m. Clerk, call the roll.
Councilmember Williams.
Here.
Councilmember Bamanto.
Here.
Councilmember Heenan. Here. Councilmember Civiletto. Here. Councilmember at-large Washington.
Present. Please stand for the Pledge of Allegiance to the flag. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Certification of the prior meetings.
This is to certify that an official copy of the minutes of the Common Council meeting of Tuesday, August 21st, 2018 was presented to the mayor on Thursday, August 30th, 2018. Pursuant to Section 3.03 of the Dunkirk City Charter, all items presented to the mayor are now in full force and effect. In witness whereof I have here to set my hand and the seal of the City of Dunkirk, New York, this 4th day of September 2018.
Need a motion dispensing with the reading of the minutes.
So move.
First by Councilman Williams, second. Councilman Bamanto. Clerk, call the roll.
Councilmember Williams.
Aye.
Councilmember Bamanto.
Aye.
Councilmember Heenan. Aye. Councilmember Civiletto. Aye. Councilmember at-large Washington.
Aye. Reading of the privilege of the floor regulations.
The privilege of the floor shall be extended to any person appearing for themselves, in which case the individual shall be limited to 3 minutes, and to any person representing a group who shall be limited to 5 minutes. When recognized, please stand and state your name and address. The city clerk shall have the duty of maintaining such time limits, and the councilman at large may determine in his discretion whether individuals are speaking for themselves or representing groups. Councilman at large Washington shall maintain good order and may require any speaker to cease speaking if remarks are made in bad taste or are slanderous or non-germane to any action taken or contemplated by council. The time limits specified shall be strictly adhered to, except that a speaker may be allowed to complete a statement or thought started before such time has expired.
With that said, privilege of the floor is now open. If anybody wishes to speak, please step forward to the podium and state your name and address. Privilege of the floor is now open. If anybody wishes to speak, please step forward to the podium and state your name and address. Last opportunity. Privilege of the floor is now open. If anybody wishes to speak, please step forward to the microphone and state your name and address. Seeing none, privilege of the floor is now closed. Communications from the mayor, including disapproval messages. Mayor?
Mr. Chairman, I just have two quick announcements. The first one, Central Avenue intersection and paving project. Construction on Central Avenue will begin next Monday, September 10th. Intersection work will begin at Central Avenue and Millard Fillmore and continue at Lucas Avenue and Central, 6th and Central, and 4th and Central. Intersection work will take approximately 3 to 5 days per intersection. Mill and overlay work will follow the intersection improvements. We ask that people please be patient with construction on Central Avenue. All the residents, businesses, and schools will be notified of the construction schedule this week. If you have any questions or concerns regarding the project, please direct them to Rebecca Yanis. I'm excited to begin the implementation of the Central Connection project and feel a new and improved Central Avenue will highly benefit our residents, the downtown area, and the waterfront. And the other is the North County Water District. I'm pleased to inform you that I have been informed by that board that they should be ready to have the city supplying water to the district within 30 days. And that's all I have. Thank you.
Thank you, Mayor. Communications from the public and petitions. Clerk?
Request from Joshua A. Latona on behalf of El Rigby Theater to use Memorial Park on Saturday, September 8th, 15th, and 22nd, 2018 from 3 p.m. till 11 p.m. Rain date September 29th and October 6, 2018 to host movies on the lake. Also requesting trash barrels for the event.
Any discussion, council? Seeing none, I need a motion to refer it to the appropriate departments as well as approve subject to appropriate insurances and usual conditions.
So move.
Councilman Williams with the first. Second. Councilman Civiletto with the second. Clerk, call the roll.
Councilmember Williams.
Aye.
Councilmember Bamanto.
Aye.
Councilmember Heenan.
Aye.
Councilmember Civiletto.
Aye.
Councilmember at-large Washington.
Aye.
Request from Variety, the children's charity, for 4 to 6 police personnel on Saturday, September 8, 2018 at the fairground from 1 p.m. till 7 p.m. And the Dunkirk Fire Department to be on standby should there be any firematic emergency.
Any discussion, council? Seeing none, I need a motion to refer this to the appropriate departments as well as approved, subject to the appropriate insurances and usual conditions.
So moved.
Councilman Williams with the first.
I'll second that, sir.
Councilman Heenan with the second. Clerk, call the roll.
Councilmember Williams.
Aye.
Councilmember Bamanto.
Aye.
Councilmember Heenan.
Aye.
Councilmember Civiletto.
Aye.
Councilmember at-large Wawasha.
Aye.
Request from the Real Moms of Dunkirk Football Committee to use the corners of Central Avenue and 4th Street, Central Avenue and 5th Street, and West Doty Street near the Fire Hall to conduct their second annual Dunkirk Football Tag Day fundraiser on Saturday, September 15, 2018, from 9 a.m. till 3 p.m.
Any discussion, council? Seeing none, I need a motion to refer this to the appropriate departments as well as approve, subject to appropriate insurances and usual conditions, with the contingency and the understanding that since Central Avenue will be under construction during the time of their event, that any corners that they wish to do their fundraising on, if those particular corners are under construction at that time, that they are not allowed to use those corners for fundraising if those corners are under construction. Do I have a first for that long motion? Councilman Bamanto with the first.
Second.
Councilman Civiletto with the second. Clerk, call the roll.
Councilmember Williams.
Aye.
Councilmember Bamanto.
Aye.
Councilmember Heenan.
Aye.
Councilmember Civiletto.
Aye.
Councilmember at-large Wawasha.
Aye. Notice of claims.
Harold Jacob of 107 King Street Upper for minor injuries allegedly received from a city-owned Gator vehicle on August 19, 2018 at approximately 10:22 a.m. at the corners of Lakeshore Drive and Central Avenue.
I need a motion to refer this to the Law Department.
First.
Councilman Bamanto with the first.
Second.
Councilman Williams with the second. Clerk, call the roll.
Councilmember Williams.
Aye.
Councilmember Bamanto.
Aye.
Councilmember Heenan.
Aye.
Councilmember Civiletto.
Aye.
Councilmember at-large Wawasha.
Aye.
Judith A. Bone of 732 Main Street for injuries to left shoulder, face, hands, and knees allegedly received from tripping over a tent stake and rope at the City Pier on August 2nd, 2018 at approximately 8 p.m.
I need a motion to refer this to the Law Department.
So moved.
Councilman Williams with the first. Councilman Civiletto with the second. Clerk, call the roll.
Councilmember Williams.
Aye.
Councilmember Bamanto.
Aye.
Councilmember Heenan.
Aye.
Councilmember Civiletto.
Aye.
Councilmember at-large Wawasha.
Aye. Loudspeaker application.
Joshua Latona on behalf of El Rigby Theater to use speakers from 7 p.m. to 11 p.m. on September 8th, 15th, and 22nd, 2018. Rain date September 29th and October 6th, 2018 at Memorial Parks for movies on the lake.
Any discussion, council? I need a motion to refer this to the appropriate departments as well as approve, subject to appropriate insurances and usual conditions.
So moved.
Councilman Williams with the first.
Second.
Councilman Bamanto with the second. Clerk, call the roll.
Councilmember Williams.
Aye.
Councilmember Bamanto.
Aye.
Councilmember Heenan.
Aye.
Councilmember Civiletto.
Aye.
Councilmember at-large Wawasha.
Aye. Reports of standing committees, boards, and commissions. Councilman Williams, the floor is yours.
Randy, just a couple of things. We talked earlier through text about Cedar Street. How's that coming up? Is it Cedar or Chest? I forget which one he's at. Cedar, I think it is East Cedar. Yeah.
We will have the paving crew down there when we do the rest of the mayor's paving program. We got a good 80% of the paving program done with Second Street, so forth, and that's going to take some hot mix with a good big roller to do a nice turnaround down there. Now, last year we put millings down, and the millings are all kind of jumbled around. So we're going to pave over the millings and make it solid. Mr. Bergoyak called about the weeds down there, and we sent the mayor's impact team down there right away. They did a lot of nice weed whacking around that whole corner, so it does look better. But it is on the schedule to have the turnaround, have the millings covered with pavement and roller before the season changes.
Okay. Also, any update on the light at Roberts Road and Second?
Yeah, the city electrician came in today, and he's getting training from the new type of programmer this week, and we're hoping that the equipment will arrive any day soon, and then he'll be ready to install that right away. He's ordered all the parts for it, and he's optimistic once he gets it, he can get it installed and working correctly fairly quickly after that.
Okay, thank you. That's all I have.
Thank you, Councilman Williams. Councilman Bamanto.
Next Tuesday, September 11th, 4 p.m., there will be a personnel meeting in the mayor's conference room. And I just have one question for Randy. I noticed parts of the second ward had their trash picked up late. They were picking them up as I was coming here. Can you give everybody a reason what happened?
It's actually a good story. We had equipment breakdown in our great crews. I know that a lot of you, yesterday was Labor Day. Mayor gave an excellent tribute to our city labor force yesterday, and they really came through again today. They worked a double because we only had one packer available. You all know how hot and humid it was today, and you can imagine what it's like working in the back of a trash packer. They used one trash packer, and our crews worked a double to get it all picked up. And our mechanics are working feverishly to make sure that our packers, I mean, it's okay to do that when the sun shines this long, but we got to get these packers to be more reliable, you know, once the light comes to a shorter period. So it was a bad situation that our workers turned into a really good opportunity for them to show how hard they work.
Thank you. Thank you, Councilman Bamanto. Councilman Heenan?
And this is Mr. Woodbury also. Is there an update with Seal Street and the work we were going to do behind Seal Street?
Right. Water line's been designed, and I walked with the potential contractor the other week, and we should be starting the water line part of that project fairly soon. And then that road is going to be paved at the same time the other roads will be paved. It's we're talking about Seal Street. It's pretty much like a roller coaster. And then the thing that concerns me the most is that there's really no good fire hydrants on that section of the street. So we'll do the fire hydrants first, and then we'll pave it. Thank you very much. Yep.
Thank you, Councilman Heenan. Councilman Civilero?
Just want to congratulate the mayor and Rebecca and anyone who had any part in the splash pad and Wright Park grand opening. It was a nice ceremony that we had last week, and it was a fantastic thing for the city of Dunkirk to actually have a true grand opening. And I wanted to thank the Dunkirk-Fredonia Rotary as well, which we put up a sign acknowledging them for donating $20,000 to get that splash pad going as well. I have a couple of cancellations. The Community Advisory Committee is canceled. That's next week, Wednesday at 6:30. That's going to be canceled. And I'm also canceling the Public Safety Committee meeting. We only had one thing on the agenda, which was just given to me a couple minutes ago. And I talked to the fire chief, and he said we can handle it in October, so that there was no rush for it. So there's no reason to bring everybody in to talk about one thing. So after that, that's it.
Thank you, Councilman Civilero. Randy, I know you have big fish to fry, and you guys have been busier than heck. A couple months ago, I mentioned a street sign on the corner of Benton and Franklin that was bent at a 45-degree angle. I drove by a couple days ago, and it's still like that. In your first comment earlier today, you were talking about the mayor's impact team. I don't know if that's something that they could take care of instead of pulling streets guys off of big, laborious jobs and just a bend a sign back type situation. I mean, the pole and everything is bent at 45 degrees, not just the sign, so.
Thanks for the reminder. We'll get it.
Not a problem. Any update on that sinkhole situation that I turned in last week? Did you guys find out what the cause of it was?
Mike and I are working on that.
I know it just happened like on Friday and it was an extra long weekend, so.
All right, so I'm thinking about it, Mike's thinking about it. We'll get to the bottom of it, so part of the fun and get it fixed for you.
Sure. Thank you. I have nothing else. Moving right along to number 8, unfinished business, of which there is none. Pre-filed resolutions, of which there is none. New business, we have 3 walk-ins.
92, 2018, general construction changes for water treatment plant improvements.
Randy, can you give a little explanation for this and the next 2 as well?
All 3 of these resolutions get us to do a cleanup of some of the accounting for the consent order we have at the water treatment plant. At the Finance Committee meeting, it was noted that the new water tank that's for wash water behind the water tank is really spectacular with a nice city seal on it, things like that. And that we'd like to get the old tank that's rusted and ready to fall down, taken down by the contractor that's there to save money for mobilization. We've got a good number on that. So all of these 3 resolutions get us to the point where we can do a change order to get the contractor that's there to take down the old one.
Okay. Thank you, Randy. Any further discussion, council? Clerk, call the roll.
Councilmember Williams?
Aye.
Councilmember Bamanto?
Aye.
Councilmember Heenan? Aye. Councilmember Civiletto? Aye. Councilmember at-large Voisin?
Aye.
93, 2018, Alstrom Schaefer electric change orders for pump station upgrades.
Any discussion, council? Clerk, call the roll.
Councilmember Williams?
Aye.
Councilmember Bamanto?
Aye.
Councilmember Heenan? Aye. Councilmember Civiletto? Aye. Councilmember at-large Voisin?
Aye.
Caldwell Tanks Incorporated change order for storage tank.
Any discussion, council? Clerk, call the roll.
Councilmember Williams?
Aye.
Councilmember Bamanto?
Aye.
Councilmember Heenan? Aye. Councilmember Civiletto? Aye. Councilmember at-large Voisin?
Aye. Motion to adjourn.
So moved.
Councilman Williams with the first, Councilman Bamanto with the second. Clerk, call the roll.
Councilmember Williams?
Aye.
Councilmember Bamanto?
Aye.
Councilmember Heenan? Aye. Councilmember Civiletto? Aye. Councilmember at-large Voisin?
Aye.
Marty.